In this Blender 2.8 tutorial, we'll be looking at how to animate the camera. So here's my default scene. Also, turn on screencast, so when I'm pressing any key, you can see the key here, lower left corner of the screen. Now this is the cube. I want to add a floor object. Let's use add, mesh and plane. This will be my floor object. I'm scaling this with the shortcut S. Then I'm selecting the cube and with my move tool, positioning this on top of the floor. Let's drag the floor object or reposition the floor object like this. Now let's take a look at this through the camera. So view, cameras, active camera. You can press the shortcut numpad 0 also. So this is the camera view. Let's click on the camera border and I want to position or change the frame. So I'm pressing N for properties and then click on view. Under view you have lock camera to view. Check that. Now I can use shift MMB or MMB to position the camera. Okay, so this is the position and then press N to turn this thing off. Okay, so we will be animating the camera. We'll start from top, then this will be my end frame or end keyframe rather. So we need the timeline but only the buttons, and then we'll split the screen like this. Click from this corner and drag up and then change this editor to dope sheet because we need dope sheet for manipulating the keyframes. Okay, so let's position the camera for the first keyframe. It'll be like this. And I want to scale the floor again because you see this portion is, so let's press S and scale it up. Okay, fine. Now right click on this camera border again, so camera selected. You can click here also, outliner. I can select any object like this. So if I click on camera and outliner, then camera is selected. Okay, so I want to add a keyframe for this. Press I. Your cursor should be within the 3D viewport, then press I and I'll go for lock rod, which is for location and rotation. You can see this in dope sheet that there is a keyframe. Okay, now let's go for frame 40. I'm typing in the timeline 40, marker jump from 0 to 40. Then let's move the camera view. I'm using shift MMB and MMB. Okay, and then press I and lock rod again. So this is happening. Dot and it's rotating. Okay, let's go for frame 60 and I'll be rotating like this and like this and positioning this. So I lock rod. Okay, what's happening is this. Then frame 80 and we'll be zooming in. I'm scrolling the mouse as well as using shift MMB. Okay, I lock rod. So this is the animation. Let's play the animation. Okay, we will adjust some of the things. Yeah, like see here it's going outside the frame here. So let's add a keyframe here. Shift MMB and then I lock rod. Okay, perfect. Here is going outside the frame. Okay, Shift MMB, I, no problem. Okay, this, 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 and here, no, it's okay. So if I play the animation now, okay, perfect. And this is 80 frames. So by default, Blender is giving me 250. So if I want to render only this 80 frames, I'll be clicking this and typing 80. So now it's only 80 frames. This way you can adjust the frame duration. Okay, you save the file is from here, file save, and this will save the blend file. So I'm writing Blender animation, cam animation, and then I'm clicking on save Blender file. Okay, to render this as a video sequence, we need to go for output first. In the properties editor, click on output, and then this is the folder where Blender is going to output this render. You can change this by clicking this one and go to somewhere else. Okay, so this is the TMP folder. You'll find this in the C drive. For Mac, check the folder location, and this is the file format. Blender will create or produce a series of PNG file. If I don't want that, then I click on this one and select FFmpeg video. You need to install K-Lite codec pack to see this, otherwise this is not going to be available. So after selecting FFmpeg video, you'll find a new entry here which is encoding. Expand, and it will show you MKV or Matroska. Click on this one, go for MP4, MPEG-4. Then automatically you'll be looking at the video codec, and hopefully this will show you H.264, which is the codec. There are several here. We want H.264. Quality will be high, and that's it. And we'll render the animation, render animation. Okay. Shortcut is Control F12. That's it.